Hey everybody, Brett Mix, Macho Wrestling 101 here, back for the weekly in memory video. Feel free to hit like and subscribe on my channel, as it's a fairly new channel. I do these videos remembering wrestlers every week. I put out history of wrestling videos every day. With that being said, let's get to today's topic, and that is the life and the death of Richard Erwin Rood, also known as Ravishing Rick Rood, aka. I always said if I had a channel, I would always remember those who have passed on and who have entertained us over the years. I want to first credit Wikipedia and some other reliable sites for some of the information here. I write my own notes out for these memoir videos, but I sprinkle in some facts from those places as well. Richard Erwin Rood was born December the 7th, 1958 in St. Peter, Minnesota. He attended Robinson High School in Robbinsdale, Minnesota, the same one that Tom Zank, Brady Boone, Nikita Koloff, and Curt Hennig all attended. All of them became professional wrestlers, and he was especially close with his childhood friend, Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. After graduating from community college with a degree in physical education, Rood worked as a bouncer for a short period of time and later did a small stint as an arm wrestler. He would first become known to the world of professional wrestling at that time. Rood trained as a wrestler under Eddie Sharkley, the same trainer responsible for training other wrestlers such as Bob Backlund, the Road Warriors, Sean Waltman, Austin Aries, and Eric Rowan. As far as having the natural charisma to get you to hate him, Rick Rood was almost as good as it gets. You just hated this guy. He made sure to insult or pose every chance he got. He would put his girlfriend's face on his tights to bother Jake the Snake. He would do everything and anything, insulting the crowd on the microphone pre-match, every facial expression, every body movement, all his body language. He might have even inspired Austin Idol's disrobing routine and perhaps the Val Venus character. Rood had a routine where before the match he would make fun of a show by removing his robe, flexing his abs, while insulting the males in the crowd, usually calling them fat, out-of-shape sweat hogs. Or during SummerSlams, calling them SummerSlam sweat hogs. He had plenty of career accomplishments. 3-time WCW International World Heavyweight Champion, a 1-time WCWA World Heavyweight Champion, a 1-time Intercontinental Champion, 1-time U.S. Champion. Rood also challenged for the world title in both WCW and WWF on pay-per-views. My favorite Rick Rood match would be the best match of his career, as far as I'm concerned, with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at Beach Blast 92. It was a half-hour Iron Man match. And, it was just incredible. I rated it at 4.5 stars. And while that was a big moment from Rood, you could also say that WrestleMania 5, when he defeated the Ultimate Warrior thanks to his manager at the time, Bobby the Brain Heenan, who held Warrior's leg down on the rope, or below the apron, I should say, down for the 3 count. And that was a big upset at the time for Rick Rood getting the IC title at WrestleMania 5 from the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior was over as all hell, and Rood beat him at the grandest stage. Other facts about Rick Rood, though, before we get to his death. In January 1997, he joined ECW as a masked man. He debuted at House Party, declaring his New Year's resolution was to fuck with franchise, Shane Douglas. Rood went on to reportedly harass Douglas, at one point spanking Douglas's valet, Francine, during crossing the line again. He was the only wrestler to show up on Nitro and Raw on the same night during the Monday Night Wars. He was an original DX member, and along with X-Pac, were one of the only 2 men to be in NWO and D-Generation X. He left WWF after the screw job, and a teary-eyed Bret Hart recounts on his DVD The Best There Is, saying, "I'll never forget what Rick Rood did for me. He'll always be a hero to me." Whoever Bret holds in high regard gets my attention, because he's a man of integrity, in my opinion. Bret Hart has stated that in spite of his womanizing, Ravishing One, his character persona, Rood was a devoted family man and never took off his wedding ring, even during matches, but instead covered it up with wrist tape. Rood was found unconscious by his wife and died on the morning of April 20th, 1999, at the age of 40. He suffered from heart failure. An autopsy report showed later that he died of an overdose from mixed medications. At the time of his death, Rood was in training for a return to the ring, and the effects of a gamma hydroxybutyrate, sorry if I butchered that word, a narcolepsy prevention drug, may have contributed to his death. Again, he was only 40 years old. You may not have seen Rick Rude's death on the news, as this passing was the exact same day as the Columbine Massacre high school shooting, April 20th, 1999. Rick Rude has been remembered for all of time. Even this last Monday, The Miz brought his name up in a promo about being one of the best entertainers. Rick Rude was inducted by Steamboat in the March of 2017 into the WWE Hall of Fame. When caught up in the world today with so many wrestlers surrounding us, so many of those who have entertained us over the years that have left us, as have their memory, unfortunately, because we get so busy with our day-to-day lives. By making videos like this, I hope at least I can be a small part of something that counters that action as a way to always remember, and most importantly, never forget. Rick Rude, rest in peace, because we on this channel won't forget, and neither will the wrestling fans. I'm Brett Mix.